Welcome. I'm going to talk about the care of the respiratory patient and how it's changed over the last 30 years and the right to life, which seems to have been forgotten about. I actually used to work on a respiratory ward. In those days, we never gave respiratory depressants, we gave respiratory stimulants. People came in sick with asthma, COPD, and went home better. We had few deaths in the time I was there. Why? Good therapies? We certainly never gave opiates, and we didn't end life. Now, more recently, 5 years ago, I was an observer when my relative had an admission due to COPD. Opiates were routinely prescribed, almost to everybody. Indeed, once my relative got hospital-acquired pneumonia, that was the end. He was given antibiotics after I'd asked for them, but I found to my horror he'd been prescribed a cocktail of diamorphine, midazolam, haloperidol and hyoscine, enough to see the strongest off. This is part of the All Wales end-of-life care pathway, which I think is a new name for the Liverpool care pathway. And strangely, this isn't because he was end-of-life care or for end-of-life care. He was actually being discharged when he picked up this bacterial pneumonia from the ward, just literally the day before discharge. I found him put in a side room and was told, oh, we're going to start the end-of-life drugs. Well, I'm afraid I voiced my concerns, and I found that it's not a good idea to voice your concerns in a hospital. They don't like it. The same doctor got me out of the way the next year, and he died. I noticed the amount of deaths on the ward as being excessive. I believed excessive, and I did freedom of information requests. I found 36 patients died in 45 days in 2016 between the 12th of October and the 27th of November. Shockingly, it was very obvious, but relatives were unquestioning and stunned. I asked the charge nurse about this, and he just said with a smirk, oh, we ship them out. From a medical point of view, diamorphine is a painkiller. It's the strongest painkiller of all, and it's a respiratory depressant, as all opiates are. It's almost always deadly in patients with severe emphysema or severe obesity or heart failure. It should be used for extreme pain, and yet it is given routinely to end life prematurely. Article 2 of the Human Rights Act is the right to life, so it protects your life, or should do. This means that nobody, including the government and public bodies, can try to end your life. The government indeed has to take all appropriate measures to save life and, if necessary, protect you. That is the primary duty of a government. Public authority should consider your right to life when making decisions. If a member of your family dies in suspicious circumstances that involve the state, there must be an investigation and most likely an inquest. Similarly, in a hospital, a suspicious death must have an inquest. I think it is time that we all woke up to the fact that the right to life has gone. Be aware, be alert to the changing of the times, and we need to change things for the better now before things go down that slippery slope.